Gemini. Welcome to your weekly tapped in for the your check-in for the tapped in. I've pulled a little spread for you guys. I've also posted Aries and Taurus. This will be for singled and troubled in love. It'll also cover other topics. If they come up, I cover them, okay? And the spread that I got for you guys here, okay? I do have two women popping up on this spread, okay? And my extended Lenormands, all right? And I see like that there was this period, a cyclical period that you guys came out of, okay? And it's pretty freaking intense, and I feel like you guys felt like you were in somewhat of, I mean, I've got albatross here, okay? I've got a King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy, okay? That's usually authoritative figure. You guys may have had dealings with the law, or you may have had, or this could be you, you know? This is your card. So I see you cyclically in a period of great transformation. I think for a lot of you guys, if this has to do with your careers, especially if you're in a creative field or you're any kind of counselor, I see major transformation, because on this albatross, I got the Page of Cups, Death, and the Seven of Cups, all right? So I think what you've opened yourself up to has changed and gone through a huge rebirth on how you fill your cups up and what is rewarding to you, especially if you are a feminine, okay, or dealing with a feminine. Then there could have been somebody around you that was extremely going through a huge career shift of one sort or another. If you were partnered up with somebody, okay, major cycle of growth, change over the past year or so, okay, that's reaching somewhat of a crescendo maybe right now, okay. I do see here for some of you guys that are singled and troubled in love that there was a separation, because I've got separation, you know, with nightmares, no contact, etc., etc. I got a lot of like, I feel like there was, for those of you that affects, there was like a lot of sadness involved, okay, and heavy burdens involved, okay. You may have had a fire sign involved with that, because I did pull a Six of Wands and a Ten of Wands, all right, on that. And I think like for whatever the reason, the separation, it was a victory of some sort. So for some of you, you may have even just been separated because of summer, you know. Those of you that are happily coupled could have been just separated over the summer, you know, with your kids or with a job, you know, of some sort or another, okay. And there may have been a coming back together, okay, or even like a bittersweet but sweet growing together even though you were apart, okay. Like, you know, the time apart was good for whatever reason, okay. I do show somebody new coming in for some of you guys, okay. Those of you that are female that are into females, I see a female coming in. Those of you that are male that are into females, I see a female coming in, okay. For others of you, you may have a significant feminine figure that's just a really, really good friend that brings you a lot of joy and happiness coming in, all right, that you meet, okay. I see, and some of you, you know, may have offbeat beliefs or spiritual beliefs, or are just kind of different from a dogmatic crowd, okay. And I see that some of you that will, like, you know, be able to run into other people that share your philosophical beliefs and have a very happy time, because we have the bouquet here and the beliefs card, okay. And specifically, I do have a woman here, and underneath that woman, I did pull on her, and I got a Queen of Wands, all right. So a very charismatic individual, also an individual that can be psychic, or very very attractive and very knowledgeable in the arts, okay. And on her, I asked for more, and I got the King of Cups, the Empress, and the frickin' Six of Wands. So I think for some of you, this could be a significant relationship coming in for you. Again, it could be with a water or fire, somebody with water or fire predominant in their chart, or some Libra and Taurus, all right. But I do see it as a victory, all right. And for some of you, you may just come along somebody who just really helps you in multiple ways. And if so, even if it's not romantic, it'll be a very, very tight friendship, okay? A very, very tight friendship, and one that you can confide in. in regards to other things. So if it is just a friendship and platonic, it will be a very close one. For a lot of you guys, I see a ton of travel. Like your third set of cards, I pulled the travel card. Then on top of the travel card, you got the tracks card. Those are both about traveling. They both link to going the distance, and that may just be in your mind. That may be with a huge project, but for a lot of you, I think that there may be opportunities to travel. And for some of you, I think it might have to do with some work, okay? Because I got the travel, then I got the tracks, and then I got the Six of freaking Swords on it too. So that is a lot of movement, okay? Either a physical move or move for work or an ability to travel more, okay? Or something to cross seas or cross interstate lines with your commerce. It could just be for you, okay? It could be in relevance to your goods and services, okay? That you provide, all right? We did pull with a snake here. In regards to this third set of cards, okay? And we also pulled the Ace of Swords, all right, for the truth. So I do feel that some of you guys, you know, if you are involved in speaking, you know, some of you could be in some sort of speaking engagements of bringing people to calmer waters in one way or another, whether that's via counseling or a trusted advisor of one sense or another, okay? I see that very fortuitous. For those of you that do that, on the Six of Swords I pulled, and I got the Hierophant, the Star, and the Eight of Swords. So I do feel like some of your travel, if you do travel, will be very healing for you and free you from your own restrictions in one way or another. Okay, if you're attending a new school or university, it may open up your mind in ways that just blow your mind, you know, on a ninth house level, okay, of higher learning and philosophy and, you know, religion and studying world cultures in this sort of way. It just kind of opens you up in a very, very healing way. And some of you, you know, may become very well respected for the counseling or services that you provide, if you provide services to people, okay? We do have here the Sword of Truth. So, and, you know, I think that has to do with the travel and the business that I discussed, all right? But I also think for some of you that there may be somebody that was a snake, okay? Now that the snake can be transformation and a kundalini energy, and some of you may get that transformative energy going, especially if you're traveling surrounding work or something of this sort, or for higher learning, and it really, really just opens your mind up and opens your business up, or, you know, extends your business out, all right, past your own grid at home. That could be in a transformative energy, but for some of you it will not be, because on the snake I pulled, and I got the Three of Swords, the Tower, and the Emperor. Okay, so some of you may be dealing with a divine masculine figure, okay, and that masculine figure may just, you know, have his heart broken because you've moved on. That could be that, okay? Or it could be, and that person may have not treated you right, Jenny. Okay, it could be an Aquarius or an Aries, or anybody with a predominant Mars, especially if they're being set off by the transits or set off in your sign, whether in a synastry chart or some other pattern, or have like a Mars contact opposition or square or conjunction to your Mars or another personal planet in your chart, then they could have a very Mars-like, Emperor-like role over you, just the way you guys mix together, okay? But so it doesn't necessarily have to be an Aries or an Aquarius is basically what I'm saying there. But there are towers that are hitting anyways, just because of the aspects, all right? Today we're actually in the middle of Saturn opposed the Sun, all right, which is very restrictive feeling, heightened feeling around duties and, you know, what the soul, you know, and joy represents versus karmic duties related to Saturn, okay? Depending on your personal placements in Leo, you might actually be at an advantage, especially with the Sun over on the other side, okay? But it can feel more tense, but you might be at a period of an advantage depending on what you have in Leo. And what other aspects you have playing off, because there is a direct square from Leo and Aquarius down to Taurus and what's happening in Taurus, okay, which is the North Node, Uranus, and Mars, okay, all with that strong drive. So for some of you guys, especially because I see this for work, you may be this emperor, and you may like be having an internal tower because you're blowing your own mind, and you're healing your own heart in a way with all of the changes that come about at this time for you, okay? For others of you, you may butt heads with a boss like figure or another masculine figure, all right? You may find out about some deceit or betrayal, which is particularly hurtful. I don't see it slowing you down. I am going to, especially with this, because I see you moving to calmer waters away from it. So in other words, you're not going to give it its energy, because right under the snake is where I pulled the Six of Swords, okay? And then that abuts, and right near the snake as well, under these travel cards, I did get this Ace of Swords, all right? And the Ace of Swords is the truth, okay? Either speaking it, learning it, realizations of it, communications in regards to it. Sometimes it has to do with legal affairs. It does not have to, though, in any way. It's just the sword of truth and the sword of making cuts, okay? Because this is usually a yes card. This is a victory wreath on top, okay? But it's a double-sided blade, all right? So sometimes we have to make cuts, and it looks like if you guys need to make cuts to a snake, you'll have no problem using a sword to do so. Take it as it resonates, okay? Let's see, what else did I want to touch on? Oh, under this beliefs with this friendship thing and or mate that comes in, and for a lot of you, I do think it's a significant mate, okay? You could be this Queen of Wands, all right, or in this Queen of Wands like energy, especially with the stuff that's going on in Leo right now, or you have any other Venus aspects or, you know, popping or fire in your chart that's particularly popping, you can easily show as this Queen of Wands, okay? Even if you have Taurus right now, especially with such strong energy with Mars, and you don't have a predominantly fire chart or any personal planets in fire, I've seen the King and Queen of Wands pop so much, even in the earth signs, all right? And I don't have your charts. Most people have a balanced chart, but some people don't. You know, and that's totally fine too. It has its advantages. But even if you don't right now, a lot of people that even don't are showing with a lot of firepower, all right? I have a Four of Cups under this belief. So I have this feeling that there was someone in your past that you classed beliefs with, okay? Whether it was your parents, okay, or prior mates, or something that just didn't work out. Because on this Four of Cups, I have the Five of Cups, which implicates prior towers. Okay, this is scorpionic fixed energy. I have a Knight of Swords, like something happened in haste. There may have been a big blow up or fight, you know, even if it's old trauma, okay? But right after that, I have that Knight of Cups, okay? So I think for some of you that this Four of Cups is actually somebody that may come back around to you, okay? Because it's like turning this way towards the Five of Cups, and then what happens after that mourning process is that you realize you have 2 cups left, and then it's like as soon as you do, here's this Knight of Cups facing the other way, saying I've got 2 cups left and I'm going. And what's he going towards? He's looking right at this Queen of Wands. So take it as it resonates. For some of you, you are this Queen of Wands. For others of you, you know, you may play off on this side. But on this Queen of Wands, like I said, I've got a King of Cups, an Empress, and a Six of Wands. So that's indicative of love, okay? For a lot of you it is, all right? And then this, you know, what may happen is that this Emperor here, you know, who never expected you to ever be with anybody else, even if they're not with you anymore, you know, knocks his noggin off, you know. I don't mean literally, I just mean like it blows his mind or something like this, you know. But I think for others of you, you may have some sort of run-in, but I see you handling it with grace and ease and immediately moving on to calmer waters, all right? And that, you know, those, whatever they may be, whether it be for work, love, travel, or pleasure, okay? This ninth house travel-like vibe to it that's so strong here, all right? You know, it may be that it's just very freeing for you, okay? You're freed from your own mental imprisonment of whatever that person tried to keep you in, all right? It's just freed up, okay? Some of you may transition jobs around that point or have a new job which allows you to travel a lot more, or like I said, maybe embarking on a new grad program or anything of that sort, or in the university system, or just kind of like, really, venturing out mind-wise as well, all right? Expanding your boundaries, on a mind, emotional, spiritual level, whatever they may be. I did want to pull on over here with this albatross and a woman over here, okay? And this albatross, I told you I got like this stuff with these Page of Cups, Death, and the Seven of Cups. And I told you it's like there's a good omen in this, or it could be feeling, a lot of shame and regret with this albatross. It could be calm and monogamy and stamina, right? Or it could be, baggage and burdens, feeling, regret over something. And I told you I felt like some of you did go through that because of this Page of Cups with the Death and then the Seven of Cups. It's like some of you may have been, somebody that you were interested in may have made you an option here in the past, okay? Others of you just, what you chose to put your creative endeavors in went through a massive transformation on how you were going to fill these cups up, okay? And whether you're, and what I see underneath that is a Four of Pentacles. And I do want to pull on that real quick because especially underneath that albatross and this, but I see you in your full power. So whatever happened, I feel like you immediately stepped up as the King of Swords. So, and it came out in the upright. So I don't see any problem with whatever happened. I just, I do see a period of separation after it. So for some of you, it could have been, in family, all right? And for others of you, it could have been, with a love interest, okay? Yeah. And on this Four of Pentacles, I'm getting the Strength, the Temperance, and the Son of Swords in reverse. So I feel that news or action was delayed, but on the part of somebody else, or that somebody came at you in a reverse Son of Swords, which is a Knight of Swords like manner, which is very hasty and will like cut your head off and deliver news and just, speak. It can engage in gossip, but will speak like very ugly and just kind of blow up, all right? And I see you reacting to it though with temperance and strength. Temperance and strength. It's like angel protection and patience and strength. I see you reacting to it very, very well. And I think for some of you what it may be is that you didn't react and you didn't talk about it. So you may have some bottled up feelings about that you were processing. But I don't see it as an issue, but when I did go under the separation line with the Six of Wands and the Ten of Wands, I saw this under the nine. You had a Nine of Swords here, which is a lot of anxiety and sleepless nights, all right, and stress, all right, maybe racing thoughts at night when you would lay down, very Gemini thing, your mind's always going like a Virgo, so, but still, even for a Gemini, and that's mutable air energy on that card, it can be stressful. Just because it's a card inclined to you doesn't mean you love sitting in a Nine of Swords, but what I pulled on the Nine of Swords, I got the Two of Cups, the Devil, and the Seven of Pentacles. So I feel that some of you were releasing yourself from an unhealthy bond. Okay, could have been with somebody with Capricorn in it, but I feel like it's more of that there was some sort of bond or prior relationship here. Okay, Two of Cups relationship does not have to be relationship, but for a lot of you it probably was, where there was a lot of bondage and maybe investments over time, all right, that kind of stuck you together, that made it hard to break apart, because the devil can literally be bondage through contracts, bondage through material, gains, all of these things of the ways that we tie, ourselves up and, on planet Earth, just, in natural ways that we deem will bring us security. But those chains of security, when they become unhealthy, can become a form of bondage or codependency in which we want to break free from, but take us a while to break free from, because it's not just separating in the mind, it's separating on paper as well. So, and that could be a lease, that could be, it could be a million different things. But for whatever reason, there was stress over being tied up or tied in with somebody else here. I'm just going to pull a couple on this Devil real quick. On the Devil, I got the Daughter of Wands, the Star in reverse, and the Three of Cups in the reverse. So I do feel like for some of you, there may have been some sort of third-party scenario or outside interference. You know, it doesn't have to be another man or another woman interfering with the relationship. It could just be outside interference. That third party could be money. That third party could be, you know, anything, all right, that represents something that affects you emotionally in a way where you're not the priority in the relationship, or the other person's not the priority in the relationship, and there was a period of not healing. And so there may have been news or words spoken in regards to that bondage that you wanted to free yourself from, or just a lot of sleepless nights over it. But like I said, I see you that you released it, and for those of you that haven't fully yet, you are, okay? So that looks excellent, because then you go into this new phase of having either a reset with the person that you were with, all right, that becomes very sweet in nature, or somebody new coming in, or just breaking those bonds. Hold on one second. Let me just ask. Let me just see. I want the Seven of Pentacles here. Yeah, I think for a lot of you that was a relationship that you felt like, you know, you weren't on the right side of karma, or you couldn't get your luck right, and there was a lot of love there, but there was a lot of intuition there about when to leave or how to break something, okay? Hold on one second. All right, so there may have been news on this, and this person may be related over here in the wrap-up, or in some sort of truth that comes out later that lets you know, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm not stuck with that, whatever that is, okay? In the future here, that I see you handling very, very well, okay? Let me just get this 10. Give me this 10 of Wands. Yeah, and for a lot of you, I think that this related to something to do with, you know, in the past, that there was like a big heavy burden in regards to communicating about your wish fulfillment versus responsibilities with family. Okay, all right, how you run your household, how you earn your income, who's going to do what in the household, how you're going to save where, all these kinds of things, how you're going to run your business, you know, who's putting in on what, these kinds of things, versus filling your emotional cups. Nine of Cups, all right, was somewhat of a heavy burden, and some of you may have felt like you had too many duties without enough emotional fulfillment, but I see you coming out of that, all right, during that period of separation or break that you had. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys are doing great. Enjoy the opposition. Let me know how it goes. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps the channel to grow. I will see you all later. Bye, Jimmy.